Michelle here, and in this video I'm going to be drawing yet again some bad guys as good guys, and now I'm officially calling it BGAGG. B-G-A-G-G. It's BGAGG. BGAGG! You're like, fairies! You know, like, this is what I'm doing now, okay? Just accept it. Can you stop making noise? Sit. Sit, sit. Thank you. Wearing my elf ears today. I'm gonna film 2 videos. Count them 2. This one and another one. Are you okay? This one and another one, and my dog is here. He's making noises, trying to get my hand. It's fine. He wants to play. It's okay. It's whatever. So in this episode of BGAGG, I'm going to be drawing Michael Myers. That's right. It's the last Friday before Halloween, which... I touched my ear. Oh no. Finally able to. And why is everything going wrong? I'm drawing Michael Myers. Yay, that's what is happening. Stop it. I'm filming. Go do something else. But before I do Michael Myers, since Scream is my favorite horror movie franchise, though Jason is my favorite slasher villain technically, but Scream is my favorite franchise, so I had this idea to do something with Ghostface, so I'm gonna do that quickly, and then we're gonna get to the main event that we've been waiting a few weeks for. Yes, whiny doggy, and we'll get to Michael. But starting out here with Ghostface, I had this idea where, since his whole thing is calling people on the phone and being creepy on the phone, what if he's like a phone service kind of person, like how Sydney was in the 3rd movie. She's kind of like answering phone calls and stuff and like helping people, like a phone service. I don't know what you would actually call that, but he's basically tech support, right? You call him, he says some things, and so I was like, how interesting would it be if he became a tech support person with like a headset and then had to like help people like Sydney Prescott with their computers and whatever. So I sketched this up. It was just like this really quick idea of him just being hunched over, like all upset, like so annoyed with his job, and I wanted everything to be kind of gray, kind of bluish, kind of gloomy, and then I'm putting a speech bubble over it that's like, did you try restarting it? Miss Prescott, I'm trying to help you, you know? Like, just like, you know when you're trying to do some like tech supportness and you're like, hey, let's just start from the beginning. Did you try restarting it? Are the batteries in the thing? And then people get all hissy like you're doing something even though you're trying to read the thing. Like, this is what the paper tells me to do. This is my job, you know? This is what it is. So, but yeah, I have to do these things before I do the other questions. I gotta make sure I check off the list, okay? No yelling means my job. I'm trying to help you. Customer service, that's,
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So I just decided it would be fun if I played with that, the whole I hate my office job thing. Now what's interesting is since I started doing these this way, I don't know if you've noticed, last couple I've just had like a blue circle in the background. Not really a background or anything except for the blue circle. Not really a lot of detail around, but like maybe some props scattered around, and I feel like I've developed a new style, not as far as like my actual drawing style, but like the composition style, where now I can do the gag and not have to worry about a background, but also kind of still make the setting look like a setting. Like in this one, the way the background is done, you can still see the shape of the desk, though it's hidden in the background, which you'll see later. I'm not doing the color right now, obviously. You can't see what I'm talking about, but you'll see it later. So there's a hint of the desk. There's nothing really in the background except for the hint of the desk, and then just the props on the desk, kind of like, you know, gather in the idea that it's a desk in an office. And I do something really similar with the next one. You'll see that when I get to it, but I just thought it was cool. Like, I really like drawing little tiny props, like really cool ambiguous things on my old art channel. Before I started this one, I actually had a tutorial where I pretty much taught you how to draw anything. It's like you take basic shapes of whatever, like a tripod or a lamp or a bottle or something, headphones, break it into some basic shapes, and then you can draw anything, but in a cartoon style. So maybe I will re-upload that here if you guys are interested, but let me tell you, I'm so depressed in that video. Like, the stuff I say is informative, but I'm not like this, so I might have to refilm it, who knows. But it's cool now that I've actually found a way to do character-centered art, but still get a way to do like my props and stuff that I have fun doing, like the little mug and the little clipboard and the little thing, you know, little pens and everything. So cute. Hey, can you guys stop killing each other, please? Thank you. And of course I skipped out on the keyboard because everybody always skips out on the keyboard, and the animals are killing each other. And of course they're gonna be quiet as soon as I talk about it, and now they're... So that's gonna happen, sorry. Hey, shh. Just having this whole idea of just like Ghostface being depressed and gloomy and like having to help people in a way that is kind of annoying. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that do these kinds of jobs on the phones and like customer service and stuff and actually enjoy it, but those people may also understand how horrible it can be. I never worked in that that specifically, but my husband does tech and I knew people who did work in that specifically, so now I'm just like, I don't ever want to do that. You get a lot of angry people because they're already calling you because they have a problem, so they're already upset, and then you have to try and fix their problem. If they don't like the way you're trying to fix it, they're just gonna be more upset, and I can't do that. I just want my happy bubble here, this like this online, my happy bubble. That's all I want. Which is why we're drawing bad guys as good guys. Look, color! I told you we would get there, we got there eventually. Look at it, it's there. So at this point, I'm changing the colors around just to see if I can match up the contrast and saturation and see if I can get a nice color tone that I like. And then I mess with the brightness because this actually makes me feel like it could be pretty bright. Like having really fluorescent lights in an office setting like this would make things really bright, kind of more contrast than normal. And so I brightened it up and I feel like it added to the whole gloomy office feeling. But then again, it could also look really horrible because I stared at it for so long, I have no idea what even happened, so. But with all of it put together, this is what it ends up looking like, and I am pretty satisfied with this. I feel like every time I do one of these, it just gets better. Like I'm getting into this rhythm, you know, this BGAGG rhythm, you know, the BGAGG. I'm so sorry, I did not, it's supposed to be, it's happy vomit, guys, it's okay, it's fine, it's happy, I'll get it, it's okay, here, let me just. It's fine. So after I was done with that warm-up, I decided to move on to the difficult one. Why are you guys killing each other when I'm doing this? Why? It's not like I'm not awkward enough on my own. Anyway, we are starting on Michael, and I wanted the idea of Michael Myers being a babysitter because in his movies, he kills babysitters. I mean, I don't think that's his exact thing. It's been a while since I've seen them. I know he kills babysitters. I know his sister, other babysitting. So I was like, what if I turn that on its head and make him the babysitter and he's watching kids maybe on Halloween? But then I was like, what better kids than like actual kids from other horror movies? So the first one I thought of was Chucky from Child's Play. He's not really a kid, but he's like a doll. He's a guy possessed in a doll, so the doll's a kid. So I was like, wow, he's a small kid-ish kind of thing. So I was like, I can add him. Then I was like, Jigsaw, little Billy the doll. He's also a doll. I don't know what the doll theme is, but he's a doll. And he's on a tricycle. I was like, wow, he could be a little kid there too. And then, because I love Ghostface, I instantly was like, I could put Ghostface in the background too, and he could be like that little 10-year-old with a cell phone, like, yeah, emo, and like not even paying attention to anybody. He's like in his own little world. So that was my whole idea, that Michael Myers would be babysitting, and it'd be Chucky, Ghostface, and Billy, the Jigsaw puppet. So I tried to play around with the pose of Michael Myers himself. You could probably see that I'm drawing things a lot differently than I normally do. Normally when I draw bodies, I try and mark out a lot of the anatomy and the muscles, and like I start with a circle for the whole chest area, but this time I just kind of did the outline of like the silhouette in a way, and for some reason this actually makes it look better. Like I've simplified it enough that the stuff I don't know how to do isn't even there, and I don't know why. I don't know what technical art thing is going on here to make this look better than my muscles when I draw muscles, probably because I can't draw muscles. I'm getting there, I'm learning. It's fine. I've only been drawing humans for like 3 years. So honestly, I'm pretty impressed with myself for being able to get this far after only 3 years of practicing drawing humans ever in my life. Legs are still hard though, as we can see. Legs and hands and feet. And legs. But I wanted him to be kind of like in this pose, like leaning over, kind of like guiding Chucky in something, like kind of like playing with him. And then I was like trying to figure out, as I'm sketching Chucky, like what could he be doing? And I was like, well, Chucky's really aggressive, obviously, because he's Chucky. So like, what if Michael was like teaching him how to kill, but in a nice way? So it's like, now son, this is how you use the knife, and you gotta point it right here on your teddy bear's face. And then he's all like, okay, like this, Daddy?
That's my boy!
So I found this really cute little pose of him just sitting a little hunched over with his arm all like rawr. And I tried to like really make all of their body types look like toddlers, even though these two are technically just toys, but I wanted them to look like toddlers, so. So the second one I'm drawing here is Jigsaw, little Billy, the Jigsaw puppet from the Saw movies, which is one of my favorite franchises ever, by the way. I love the Saw movies. I'm a big fan of gore because it's not real. If it's a real gore, no, but if it's fake gore, I'm like, ooh, how did they do that? Ooh, look at those special effects, ooh, pretty. It's all artsy. Anyway, a weird tangent, but Billy, because he's on a tricycle, I was like, that'd be so cool if he could just like be on a tricycle in this living room and maybe be like staring up at a TV. So I would put static in the TV, and at one point I was even playing with maybe like having a hand reach out of the TV, you know, like the girl from The Ring. But then I was like, maybe it's a little too much, so I think I'd take it out near the end. And then the very last one, like I said, was Ghostface sitting in the back, just kind of on his phone. Not too much detail on him. The main focus is probably gonna be on all the other characters, and he's just kind of in the back, solid black with the white mask. Not really too much emphasis, not really a nice detailed dynamic pose, but you know, I wanted to add him in there anyway because he's, you know, I like him. And then we get to the refined sketch, the second sketch layer where I'm trying to figure out how to draw Michael's mask. Let me tell you, I didn't cut any of this out as far as I know, unless some of the video got corrupted. I tried to keep as much in as I could because let me tell you, man, this was really hard. Like, I tried so many times because there's so many wrinkles, so many lines on his face, so many shadows. I'm like, well, what lines do I keep and what lines do I take away? And I knew there were the lines, you know, under his cheek right here. I knew his lips were very particular. His eyes are very particular. This cheekbone was very particular. His chin. So I kind of just kept those things. Like, his face is supposed to be William Shatner, technically, right? Isn't that where he got the mask from a Halloween store and it was like Captain Kirk, Star Trek, William Shatner or something? I don't remember. My point is, it's a lot of wrinkles and it's hard, so I had to figure out which ones to leave in and which ones to take out because I had to simplify it based on the movie, and you don't really see a lot of people cartoonify Michael Myers, so that was tricky. The outfit was pretty easy though because it's literally a one-piece navy blue jumpsuit that I didn't have to put any detail in at all. But I did spend quite a long time on those hands. I really wanted to make sure I got those hands right. And apparently we just jumped to the line art entirely just for some reason. I guess I did lose part of the recording. That's irritating, but as I'm coloring it, you might be able to see that I really tried to get the likeness of all of these characters. It sucks that that didn't get in the thing as I'm watching it. It's like all compiled and it's not there, but you know, you can see the way I drew them, and I just really wanted to make sure that the likeness of those characters was 100% in that, but in my style. So Chucky, he's got his big eyebrows and like kind of take over his entire head, and his tiny nose and his like laugh lines on the side. And then Jigsaw had like the really long kind of, not Jigsaw, sorry, Billy. Jigsaw's different. John Kramer's Jigsaw, not Billy. I know, but it's got the long face because he's a puppet, and he's got the black eyes with the red pupils, and he's like, pew. He's got the long flowy hair and the like the cheekbones and stuff, the nose that goes like, I don't know what I'm doing with my face. What is this? What was that? That was worse. Why? Anyway, so Jigsaw. No, that's not Jigsaw. No, that is Ghostface. And then Jigsaw. I don't know where I am. We're doing color, and I skipped a thing because I didn't have the thing, the tip-tip-tip-ting, and I'm not talking anymore. I don't know what I'm saying, but I had the thing and it was gone, and now it's corrupted, so I don't have it anymore. And then I'm coloring the things, and I'm just doing this to waste time because I'm awkward. I tried to get the colors as accurate as I could as well, while still making sure that they were simplified too. For little Billy and Ghostface there, it was pretty easy because they pretty much just had black, white, and red for Billy. But Chucky was a little worse because he had multiple colors in the stripes in his shirt that I had to simplify, but also make sure that it kind of looked like his shirt. So I overlaid a very light blue set to multiply on a very low opacity over just the undershirt, so that it kind of had all this sort of like, it melted into like a blue. So it kind of all looked the same. It all had like a tint of blue, so it still looked similar. I don't know how else to describe it. But aside from that, I just put the TV with the static, a little table, and on the table is a little drawing of the house from Nightmare on Elm Street, and I don't know what the dude with the hand is supposed to be. I'm just gonna say it's Freddy. I was trying to actually draw the Babadook, but literally I don't know. All I know is the house from Nightmare was on there. And in blocks in the front, I spelled out red rum, cause the shining, yeah. At this point I was just like, how many little Easter eggs to different horror movies can I just throw in there? But then I just stopped at the 2 and was like, nah, I don't need to do any more. It's be a little too cluttered. But I got the jack-o'-lantern in there because that jack-o'-lantern. Yep, I think this was like the worst commentary I have ever done. Is this ear on right? Oh, it looks so cute. Oh my gosh. When did that happen? Is it the way I'm doing my hat? I think I've never done the hat this way before. I think it's just the way the bangs are doing it. Or maybe I'm just a really good looking elf. But anyway, this is what the final image of that one looks like. I'm super proud of this. I feel like I said, I just feel like every time I do these, I just keep getting better at them, and it's so cool to see them kind of transition from like the first BGAGG that I did with Freddy, and then kind of trying the Jason one, and then eventually coming to this. It's like I've solidified my style and the composition and just how I draw people a little differently, and it's just interesting how it all kind of falls together with each new piece. And in case anyone's wondering, this is a pumpkin, and spoiler alert, you can't really see it very much. It's also kind of rotting, but that's my logo. And I'm gonna show you how I carved that into my pumpkin, because I thought it was gonna be really difficult, and I ended up being able to do it. And I kind of impressed myself because I've never been able to do a good pumpkin before, so I don't know how that happened, but I'm gonna try and teach you guys on Halloween how I did that, because I learned it in basically one day. So if I can do it, you can do it. So make sure to stop by around Halloween, maybe the day after. I don't care. It's not like I'm gonna be doing anything, but if you're not doing anything either, you can pop over. I might have the video up by then. You can see it on Halloween. It'd be cool. You can carve a pumpkin with me. You can make the same pumpkin. Then you can take a picture of it and send it to me on Twitter. We can have the pumpkins together and be the Cloudy Club. Yeah! This is why I don't have friends. It's sad because it's true. But yeah, this was my Halloween special of BGAGG. Yes, I'm gonna say that every time. You know me by now. I'm gonna be weird on purpose. It's what I do. Because weird is happy and smiley, and the more I move my arms, the happier you are, right? Or something? I don't know. I should work for Disney. This was a lot of fun to make, and I hope you guys really liked it. I'm going to be doing more BGAGG request videos later on, where I specifically draw your BGAGG requests in a compilation video. I have 3 on the list that are coming next month. But aside from that, here is the Michael Myers I've been hyping up all month, practically. I hope that's worth the wait or something, I don't know. Am I extra awkward in this video? I haven't slept yet, and it's almost 10 a.m. That would probably be why. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up and go to sleep, but before I do, these are my patrons. Wait, is it that side or is it this side? These are my patrons. They help support me on Patreon. If you want to support me on Patreon too, you can follow the links in the description. I have links to everything down in the description. I have falling off gravity. Why do you forsake me? But if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up so that I know you did. And if you're wondering what I'm doing in between videos, you can follow me on Twitter. That is where I'm the most active. But I have a list of other social media down in the description below. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you with the next one. Okay, bye.